Hello everyone, we are the teamwork. This is a recorded activity for the lab exercise called Reported Suspected Phishing Incident. This activity shows how we do a cybersecurity investigation just like in real life. So what will happen? We are checking a suspicious email sent to Krejoy Swaga. Phishing emails try to trick people into clicking a bad link or downloading a harmful file. So, the email has three suspicious things: a strange URL, a file with a MD5 hash, and it was sent from an unknown email domain. So, we will going to check all of them to see if this is a really phishing attempt. So, we will use these tools, the Zulu Zscaler and Virus Total to check the URL md5file.com and Virus Total to check the file's hash, Cisco Talos Intelligence to check the email senders domain. So we will show each step as we do it. Let's start by checking the URL with Zulu Zscaler. So can you type the URL please? Run if it check. So as you can see, the Zulu Zscaler says that the URL are safe. So now let's check the same URL using the virus total. Go to virus total. So can you type also the URL? So you can see the virus total says that the URL is dangerous and has suspicious content. So we have different results. One says safe, one says not safe. Because of this, we need to keep checking. In cybersecurity, even one warning must be taken seriously. Next.
Next, we want to check the file attached to the email, but we can't do it because the file is missing or we don't have the correct hash. Can you open the MD5 file? Open the MD5 file.
That's the five file.
Ah, okay, it's my bad. Because we don't have the files, so we can't get the results. So, what is MD5 used for? File check to see if file was changed, and security to find out if the file is a known virus. Comparison: if the two files have the same MD5 hash, they are really exactly the same. Let's also check the hash on virus total. Open the virus total and paste the hash. So the virus total says we don't have any comment that fit your search. So this means no one has written anything about this file yet. It doesn't mean it's safe or dangerous, just that no extra info is available from the other user. Please.
Wait lang guys ah. So now let's check the email sender's domain using Cisco Talos Intelligent. Can you please paste the domain? So Cisco Talos says we can't find result for your search. This means we can't tell if the domain is safe or not. What does this happen? The domain might be new, it might be rarely used, you may have typed it wrong, it might be fake. What does this mean? It doesn't mean it's safe. It just means there is no info, so be careful with it. So far, the URL has mixed results. One tool says it's bad and the other says it's fine. We couldn't check the file because it was missing. The email sender's domain has no info available. That makes it hard to decide if it's safe or not. Next.
So, this ends our demo for the reported suspected phishing incident. Thank you for watching. This activity helped us practice using real tools to check suspicious emails. We are now ready for any question you may have. If you have any question or something,
Why should we not open suspicious link in a browser?
because the website may have a virus, spyware, or other harmful things. It might attack your device without you knowing. That's why we use safe tools first. Any, meron pa bang question?
What tools did we use to check a URL?
Oh, we use Google Zscaler and VirusTotal to check if the URL is bad or safe using large security databases.
What is an MD5 hash and why is it important?
What? Can you repeat it again?
What is an MD5 hash and why is it important?
An MD5 hash is like a fingerprint for a file. It shows if the file has been changed or if it's known to be harmful.
How did you check if a file is dangerous?
We use the file MD5 hash and check it on md5file.com and the virus tool.
If one tool says it's safe and another says it's dangerous, what do we do?
Oh, we treat it as dangerous. Better to be safe than sorry. Even one warning is enough to be careful.
What is our advice to people who get suspicious emails?
Don't
Um,
click links or open files from unknown senders. Use tools to check first. Also report suspicious email to your IT or cybersecurity team.
Any more question? Do you have any question, guys? If
None so
not,
far.
then thank you for joining us. We hope you learned something from this session about checking phishing emails. Thank you, and this ends our presentation.